All right, guys. Now, there's a lot of new faces around the club this season, and one ugly face that is missing, of course. Oh, come on, Cochrane. TEVEZ must know he's been beaten within an inch of his life by the ugly stick. Oh, he's got to. He's got to. Now, what I'm going to need from you this season, guys, is hard work and commitment, and we can have a good season. And, oh, Callum Gribben. Nice of you to join us. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 here at Queen of the South on The Impossible Dreams. We look to win the Champions League with our Scottish team. And today we begin that third season, two very differing games. It is newly promoted Ross County and then Rangers away from home as well. So let's hope we have 3 points at the end of this episode, shall we? Now, let's have a quick recap of where we stand at a club coming into Season 3. I am obviously the manager. Iakoviti is our captain this season. Colby Bishop is a new signing and our vice-captain. Of course, last year it was TEVEZ and Wita. They have both since retired, so we've had to have a whole new leadership team. So hopefully that's going to work out okay for us. Now, in terms of favoured personnel and whatnot, Ali Roy, myself, and DeBeo, who left in the summer, are all favoured personnel, but no one beyond that as of yet. Hopefully, that'll start to change soon. The general info, we are a 2.5-star reputation club, professional, of course, and the key player is our goalkeeper, Jake Eastwood, which will surprise many, including myself, and the hot prospect is Ben Elliott, who... well, we'll wait and see what becomes of him, but I'm not completely as convinced by that as the game maybe is. But like I said, let's hope he is a hot prospect for us. If we look at facilities, stadium hasn't been touched as of yet. Last built in or touched in 1965, so it could probably do with a lick of paint at this point. Hopefully, we'll get the finances to a point where we can either expand it or we can just look to move elsewhere in Dumfries. In terms of facilities, training facilities are good. Youth facilities are average. We will look to invest in those as soon as it's kind of feasible, I guess. I think right now the priority's got to be building the match squad, getting the team together that is able to challenge, at least for Europe. Once we start getting that European money in, then this will be a lot less of a financial burden. And junior recruitment and coaching is now both adequate. We've improved that. I think both of them over the summer, so that is obviously very good. So that is excellent. Now, we have had some games in pre-season, competitive friendlies I like to think of them as. It was the Betfred group stage, so let's go see how we got on with that, and we will start with the first game against Queen's Park. We fell behind early. A debut goal for Bishop in first half stoppage time pulled us level. But Queen's Park sealed the points late on. So, like I say, a competitive friendly I look at this as, and we were a little bit unlucky perhaps. You can see from the XG tracker, we were at least worth a point in this one. But, you know, we didn't really play that well either. So, there's a couple of good performances in there. Masonda had a good debut, as did Bishop, getting off the mark nice and early. You can see we went with wingers and... mixed results, let's say. Elliot, the hot prospect, had a good game, but ultimately we were beaten, and that is not ideal. So next up, it was a must-win game. They're all must-win games from here, aren't they? It was Clyde, so let's see how it went. The early goal came late when Gribben's shot was redirected by Connolly. So poor finishing cost us what would have been a comfortable win in this. You can see 17 shots, 6 on target. It should have been a lot more. The match ratings weren't too bad. And, well, we went back to sort of how the formation that we finished last season with. And, yeah, I mean, we won. I guess that's the main thing, isn't it? Next up, it was the weak team of the Group League 2. I think they are East Kilbride. I think that's East Kilbride. Anyway, let's see how the game went. We went ahead early when Ali Roy's knockdown sent McDade clear of the defence. Roy was again the provider for Fitzpatrick to get our second. And Fitzpatrick was also on hand to get our third. Before Fitzpatrick returned the favour for Roy to get our fourth before half-time. So the 4-4-2 looked quite good in this. As I said at the end of the transfer special, I think this is the formation that we're going to go with. That sort of allows us to play with wingers and get the two strikers up top still. Roy was absolutely brilliant up there. Thomas had most people had a brilliant game. You can see Fitzpatrick out there, 2 goals and an assist as well. It was good. it was very, very good, albeit against weak opposition. Look at that, 32 shots, and 13 of those were on target. So next up, it was Kilmarnock. They are still in the Championship, and it was a game that if we were to get out of the group, having already lost to Queen's Park, we had to win. We fell behind early, but Thomas rescued a draw in stoppage time. So a draw was a fair result, but it wasn't enough for us. Now, we're in the Betfred that does go on to have a penalty, so that, whoever wins the shootout gets the extra point, so they'll get the 2 points. And Kilmarnock went on to win that. But like I say, it didn't matter because we'd already blown our load, so to speak. So if we go and have a quick look at what that means, we're out of the Betfred group stage. We are expected to avoid relegation and fifth round of the Scottish Cup as a minimum. If we go and have a look at the Scottish Premiership and the season preview, we are predicted to be 11th, so the playoff, which is a little bit disappointing given that we finished 7th last year, if I'm completely honest. But that's all right. We'll prove them wrong. I mean, Livingston came 6th last year, and they're... Anyway, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. The dream team, as you would expect, is basically Rangers and Celtic. It looks like Boyle, go on. At least there's one Australian in there. There's no Australians at Rangers or Celtic, is there? Anyway, let's have a quick look at the key players in the league, and we can scroll down and keep scrolling and keep scrolling. And eventually we will see, there we go, Jake Eastwood, our goalkeeper, is one key player. Colby Bishop, one of the new boys, is the other. And, well, let's hope they both have very, very good seasons for us, as we're going to need everybody, aren't we? Finances coming into the season, obviously still a month or so to go in the transfer window, are looking good. Potentially, we've overspent on the wage budget, but we'll wait and see. There might be a new signing or two coming in this episode as well. But let's have a look. First game of the season at home to newly promoted Ross County. And this is what we're doing. We're expecting a 5-3-2 formation from them. And the team we're sending out is Eastwood in goal. Arroyo, I think so. That's how I've been told it is. Arroyo, let's go with that. Is going to play left back for us. I should show you everybody's attributes so you can get an idea of how everyone's developing. New club captain, Iakoviti. He's going to be in the centre of defence, partnering Olafunwa. They both did really well in their last season, so let's hope that continues this season. Connor Bradley as an attacking fullback. He's our best option there anyway right now, but against these sort of quote-unquote weaker sides, as we're expecting Queen of the South to be, we're going to go with the attacking option of Bradley. Fitzpatrick is going to be in front of him, playing down that right-hand side. It's going to be Cochrane, and it's going to be Goss in midfield. Goss's goal was the goal of the season last year. If you haven't seen it, I should probably show it again. It's ridiculous. But he did win goal of the season, so well done, Goss. McDade is going to make a debut. He is going to, well, a league debut, YouTube debut. He's going to be going as a left-sided winger, albeit with a right foot. The problem we have is the new boy to play that role, McAllister, is injured, so he's not available for this one. It'll be Bishop making a debut up top, deep lying forward for him. Let's hope he has a good game. And Ali Roy, who in the 4-4-2 absolutely looked brilliant, so he's going to get the start. It's Lewis B, the backup goalkeeper, on the bench, along with Masunda, along with Hendry, the backup left back, Blair Spittle to cover right back, right wing, midfield, a bit of everything. Morton is unlucky to be on the bench, but he's there nonetheless. Gribben, the set piece specialist, and Josh Thomas, the pressing forward on loan from Swansea. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Max Melbourne is a good player who I have... actually, I think they beat us to his signature at the time when they signed him. Probably about this time last season, I think. So there's a couple of good guys. This Surrich is a decent player as well, who we looked at. But ultimately, we went elsewhere. I want Presco and put on a show. All right, let's go with that. First game of the season at home. It's going to be a party atmosphere. So let's hope we are the life of the party. And here we go. Season number 2 in the Premiership. It's always a little nerve-wracking, isn't it? You're full of hope, just kind of waiting for something to go wrong as well. Just let me fix this again. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's always, isn't it? You're full of hope. Playing the 4-4-2 as well. How is that going to work out for us? And it's a 3-man in midfield already. I'm a little bit concerned we're going to find ourselves overrunning there. Let's go attacking. And we've already got nervous players as well. Perfect. I mean, I suppose opening... It's a tough one, isn't it? Because the board, the media will expect us to be in a relegation battle. I have higher expectations than that for us, but should we... am I the idiot? All right, so let's try lowering down the tempo and see if that can get us a highlight. Maybe it has. Bradley with a throw. Gets it in there for Fitzpatrick. Forward for Bishop. Bishop, crossfield pass, looking for Roy. It's headed away. McDade should get to that, doesn't he? He does. He does well, actually, in the end. Cochrane, ball forward for Bishop. Bishop! Oh, it's a stunning strike. It's a goal kick as it crashes off the crossbar. He may have been offside anyway. But, well, we've already found a better way to play, I think, here, haven't we? Areo. Cochrane back to Areo, the new left back on loan from Fulham, of course. Iacoviti all the way back to Eastwood. That's okay. Just keep possession, boys. Probe away. There's a good ball forward. It finds Fitzpatrick back to Bishop to Roy. Is he onside? It's a good save. And it looks like he was offside anyway. But there's definitely promising signs, isn't there, with this change that we've made of looking for the overlap, which makes sense, given that they have wing backs and not sort of fullbacks, wingers. We should be 2-on-1 at most opportunities. So I don't know why I haven't done that to start with. It's one of those things, you say it out loud now and it just looks so obvious. But at the time, here we go. First half stoppage time. Can we get a goal just before the break? Bishop's looked decent, hasn't he? Dropping back in. Fitzpatrick, can he whip the cross in for Roy? Fitzpatrick, he goes short for Bradley. Bradley, it's blocked. Fitzpatrick has it. He finds Cochrane. Back to Bradley. He's got a little bit of space. Digs the cross out. Roy, and Ali Roy gets his second of the season. Oh, is this going to be his year? He was brilliant in our promotion season, season 1. Went completely missing last season. But he's got himself a goal opening day. And how many times did we see this in the championship as well? Just Ali Roy with a towering header. And you could argue he's scoring against championship opposition here. That's where the Ross County were last season, of course. But a wonderful time to score. And we can now say the old don't get complacent. Hopefully go on with it in the second half. And yeah, just be very, very happy with life. Areo is the motivator, which isn't ideal. We do have Hendry on the bench. I'm not quite sure what his problem is. Let's give him some praise. Declan McDade is looking nervous as well. Now, we could put Gribben out there on that left-hand side. He is a set-piece specialist. And we've got a corner here. Goss, we don't have Wheater anymore, of course. It's gone down to penalty. Roy was bundled to the ground. And Goss is now going to take the penalty. No TEVEZ this year, of course, to take them for us. Can Sean Goss double our lead early in the second half? Goss, oh, he snuck it past the goalkeeper. He went the right way, but a first goal of the season for Sean Goss. And at 2-0, let's go back to positive. And just hope that we've done enough here to get the points opening day. It's important, I think, isn't it? Especially with Rangers up next, that we do try and make sure we're getting the full points from this one. Not only is it a promoted team, but it's at home to a promoted team as well. Fitzpatrick's done well getting forward. His crosses blocked. Ross County have it. Lump it forward only as far as Arroyo. Maybe that's what I can't remember now. I'm going to butcher it. Oh, it's another good ball, and it's Ali Roy. And Ali Roy has himself 2 goals on opening day. It's 3-0, and that should be that. And I wonder if now we can start to maybe make a few changes. McDade's not had a great day, and he is also on a booking. Let's get Gribben. I'm curious to see how his left foot goes out there. Gribben's going to be one of those players that is going to be useful just because of his set piece. He's like a special teams player, isn't he? I think that's sort of the sort of role we're going to look at him. But obviously we can't just bring him on for a set piece. We need to find a role for him in the team that is going to suit him and not sort of hurt the way we play. Areo has done brilliantly there. Ball back in. Oh, there's no one there, and it's a goal back. We will tell them to focus when we have a chance, and we might need to do some set piece training. Arroyo did well, didn't he? And he just, yeah, maybe would have been better off letting it go out for a corner in hindsight. Let's give them a focus. Do we want to? I don't think I want to bring Hendry on, even if Arroyo is apprehensive and not playing well. It's silly to leave him on, isn't it? Cue the Hendry stuff up now. And we do have a Ross County throw, and are we about to throw this all away? It would appear they're looking for overlaps. Iakoviti has been caught on the ball, and it is 3-2. And, well, suddenly it is all going very, very wrong, isn't it? Iakoviti was there. It's just got to go back to his goalkeeper. And from what looked a very, very comfortable win, well, now suddenly we're crapping ourselves a touch, aren't we? The players are looking nervous. The manager is, I can tell you, very nervous as well here. And let's go and close this down. All right, so no subs have been made, but we have just sort of changed roles to be more defensively minded. Let's tell them to focus. And, oh, we've made hard work of it, but we have got 3 points for the first game of the season. We dominated the game. It should have been a lot more comfortable, but Roy's double and the Goss penalty have seen us across the line. Yeah, I think a lack of consistency needs to be highlighted, as the assistant suggests. So there we go, 3 points for the first game of the season, but not as comfortable as we would have liked. Or as comfortable as it should have been, actually, from 3-0 up. But there we go, Roy gets himself a double, and it's good to see him off and running this season. The Northern Ireland boss is looking at Bradley, Roy, and one of their guys. Premiership season kicks off. Guys, wait right there. We're off to Rangers next. Anything but a stuffing would be appreciated, I think. Okay, welcome back. Now, before we face Rangers, you will notice that the committed to spending has gone. That is because the 2 signings that I was hoping to get in have both gone elsewhere. Portsmouth and who was the other one? Bradford City. That's who we've been rejected for. So that's disappointing, obviously, but nothing we can do about it. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here against Rangers. So we're expecting a defensive 4-3-3 from them. And this is the team that we are sending out. It is more or less, it's only one change, actually. So it's Eastwood in goal, Areo, Iakoviti, Olafonwa, and Bradley is the back 4. We still don't, could Masunda, he's not a right back, is he? Olafonwa, he could play there. You know what? We are going to make a change. We are going to have a better defensive fullback for the Rangers game. Let's see if this works. Goss and Cochrane are going to stay there, but they're going to drop in and just sort of be defensive-minded midfielders, try and screen the back 4 a little bit. Fitzpatrick and the new one, the only change, well, there's 2 changes now, isn't there? But McAllister comes in, he's fit again, so he comes on to play as a left footer on that left-hand side. Bishop and Roy continue up top. McDade drops to the bench. Gribben drops out. He's got a little bit of a knock, so we won't bother risking him for this one. And, yeah, let's see if we can cause an upset. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. It's Gerrard versus Villain. Hadji is still at Rangers for someone who asked in the comments the other day. It's still a very similar team to the one that they had, isn't it? Last season. We've got nothing to lose here, what we're capable of. We can get on board with that, I think, can't we? Then let's try it, reversing it. Point our fingers. Make me proud, boys. Make me proud out there. And let's go. Oh, if I look a little bit or sound a little bit off, I'm full of cold, so apologies in advance for what is no doubtedly a gross sounding looking Aussie villain, but we'll struggle through, and if we can get some points, or a point even, it'll all be worth it, won't it? Hopefully, anyway. Alright, we'll see if this new, more defensively minded formation works. They're a controlled possession side, so we're sitting at the low line to try and stop the through balls, which is their their main source, I just can't think, is hopped up on drugs, that's the problem. It's their main source of goals. So hopefully, by clogging up midfield and sitting deeper, we'll take that away from them. That's the plan anyway, and then who knows, maybe we can nick ourselves a goal at some point as well. Though we don't have that chance of brilliance, you know, that pass that TEVEZ could pick, that sort of thing. We don't really have that this season, but that's okay. I tell you what, we've got a highlight starting at our own end. Are we going to get hit on the break? McAllister has it. Goss crosses it deep. It's back post. Bishop is there. And it's only just wide. So far, so good. Now, of course, the problem is going to be at half-time when Gerrard tears them a new one. And I guess we have to say things are going okay. You know, just keep it going. It's a shame there's no real team talk, certainly not one that I've noticed that sort of they're gonna come at us this second half. You need to sort of stand strong kind of thing. Because that's exactly what's going to happen, isn't it? Yeah, there's no real team talk that's, you need to stand strong here kind of thing. All right, so do we give the fans a performance? There's no pressure on you here. We do have a few nervous players, so maybe that's the thing to go with. Pump our fists, say we have faith in. I'll tell you what, Arayo's a nervous little character there on left back, isn't he? But we'll get back out there. Roy is not having a great game. We do have Thomas on the bench, of course, who could go on there for him. Let's just keep encouraging them. I mean, it's a terrible thing to say because I know exactly what's going to happen as soon as I say it, but we haven't seen anything from Rangers, have we? So we may have stumbled across something that, for now, will keep us competitive against the two Glasgow sides. We've got a highlight, and this is almost certainly going to be the goal. McAllister is looking tired, and he is coming back from injury, so we'll make a change. Hadji just past the post. So we'll bring McLean on, and given that he's right-footed, what we'll do is we'll play him as an inverted winger. Just don't look so nervous, boys. You're doing fine. Alright, Roy's not having a great game, so what we might do is we'll bring Thomas on, and we'll play him as a pressing forward as opposed to the advanced forward. They're very similar roles. I think a pressing forward just works a bit harder, basically. Arayo is not having a great game at left back again. It may take him a little bit of time to settle in, and he's only young. He's 19. It's his first games of professional football, first team professional football. But what he hasn't done is made too many mistakes that we've seen anyway. So that is absolutely fine. And we're getting down towards the 90th minute. And are we going to go to Ibrox and snatch a point here? We've had 7 shots, none on target. Oh, I thought it was going to be a highlight. It's not. It is. Oh, don't. It's the 93rd minute. It's away from, was it Cochrane? I'm not sure who it was. Secondary ball. This would be so cruel. Don't you dare do it. Goss, go on. No, Goss. Masonda gets it clear. I tell you what, Masonda's had a decent debut going to Ibrox and keeping a clean sheet, hasn't he? Rangers are streaming forward. Oh, don't. This would be so harsh. Don't do it. Oh, Eastwood with a save. It's still not cleared. Iakoviti. And then we have done it. We have gone to Ibrox and we have taken a point. 0-0. We've absolutely mugged them off. But that was always going to be the case if we took anything, wasn't it? We showed very, very little going forward, but that's a massive point early on in the season. So a point it is. We are joint second with Rangers. Let's go with that. Celtic have won 2 from 2. So we've done Ange a big favour there as well, taking something off Rangers, haven't we? But youthful Queen of the South draw with Rangers. McAllister makes his debut for the club. And you've got to say that is a huge, huge point. So there we go. That is how the league table looks. And if we can take 4 points every 2 games, we're going to be, top half for sure and definitely challenging for Europe. And I know it wasn't a great game to watch, but if we found a way to take something off these bigger teams, then that is absolutely gold. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back next time. It'll be the end of the transfer window, and let's come back for, say, Livingston away, who were the team just above us in the league last season, and then we'll host Celtic, and we'll get another look and see if we'll play a similar way, if not the same way, and see if it was a fluke or if maybe we found something. Until then, guys, thumbs up if you've enjoyed that. Subscribe if you're new. Take care.